Turkish prosecutors indict Syrian rebels for seeking chemical weapons. Root News. Keep up with the news by installing Euros trademark S extension 4. Never miss a story with this clean and simple app that delivers the latest headlines to you. Version: Arabic, Spanish, Russian. Free video. 1/2 3/4 and superscript 2. Root Prime. Abruptly. Mobile apps. RSS. Live. Search. Section News. USA. Russian politics. Business. Opus Edge. InVision. InMotion. Shows. Bulletin board. More. Home/News/ Turkish prosecutors indict Syrian rebels for seeking chemical weapons. Published time: September 14, 2013. 4:01. Get short URL. Syrian couple mourning in front of bodies wrapped in shrouds ahead of funerals following what Syrian rebels claimed to be a toxic gas attack by pro-government forces in eastern Ghouta, on the outskirts of Damascus on August 21, 2013. AFP photo/AIM News Network. Trends: Syria unrest tags arms, army, health, opposition, Syria, terrorism, Turkey, war. The court indictment by the Turkish prosecutors into the alleged use of chemical weapons by the Syrian rebels has once again highlighted fears this week that sarin toxic gas was used by the opposition and not the Assad government. The prosecutor in the Turkish city of Adana has issued a 132-page indictment, alleging that 6 men of the Al-Qaeda-linked Al-Nusra Front and Ahrar al-Sham tried to seek out chemicals with the intent to produce the nerve agent, sarin gas, the number of Turkish publications reported. The main suspect in the case, 35-year-old Syrian national Hiban Kassak, has been charged with being a member of a terrorist organization and attempting to acquire weapons for a terrorist organization. The other 5, all Turkish nationals, are being charged with attempting to acquire weapons for a terrorist organization. The indictment alleges that Kassak tried to set up a network in Turkey in order to obtain chemical materials for the Al-Nusra Front and Ahrar al-Sham brigades. Citing telephone calls made by the cell, the prosecution believes that the group ordered at least 10 tons of chemicals, Al News Network reports. The prosecution also dismissed claims that the suspects were unaware of their wrongdoing. The claim that the suspects did not trademark know about the possibility of producing sarin nerve gas from the chemicals they tried to buy is not true, which was established when they were testifying. The document reads. Meanwhile, all 6 suspects have pleaded not guilty. The suspects have pleaded not guilty, saying that they had not been aware the materials they had tried to obtain could have been used to make sarin gas. Suspects have been consistently providing conflicting and incoherent facts on this matter. The indictment said. If convicted, Kassak faces a 25-year prison sentence, while his accomplices face 15 years prison terms. The 6 men were a part of a group of 11 people arrested in their safe house in Adana on May 23, 2013. Their apprehension came about after surveillance by Turkish police. Trademark D received a tip that Syrian jihadists were trying to acquire government-regulated military-grade chemical substances. 5 of the detained were released from custody after questioning, background checks and after lab tests proved that chemicals seized during the arrest were not sarin gas. The international community has long been ignoring worrying reports that the rebel fighters in Syria might be capable of carrying out a chemical attack. Russian President Vladimir Putin also reiterated this week that while no one doubts that poison gas was indeed used in Syria, there is every reason to believe it was used not by the Syrian army, but by opposition forces, to provoke intervention by their powerful foreign patrons. Evidence that chemical weapons were used by the opposition was also highlighted by the 2 European hostages that were freed from Syrian rebel captivity last Sunday. In a phone conversation overheard by hostage Pierre Piccinini Prada, he said it was clear the rebels used gas on civilians in an August 21 attack near Damascus. Trademark T think that Bashar al-Assad and the Syrian government are to blame for the chemical attack in Al-Ghouta. Piccinini told Root it would have been absurd for the Syrian government to use chemical weapons. The Syrian government has always rejected any accusations of using chemical weapons. After one of the first alleged incidents in Aleppo in March, it was the government that called on UN to send in chemical experts. Another alleged chemical weapons use was reported in Homs in December